Hello everyone, Zellerant here, and for today's video on Umamusume, we're going to be taking a look at this next event or story part that'll be coming out here tomorrow. And that is Main Story Act, as you can see here on X. They posted 3 hours ago. The Main Story Act 1 Finale Part 1, A Dream in the Making, will be added to the game at 10 p.m. And so this is going to be a very important story you're going to want to push through, as this is going to be coming with a very strong free support card. Now this one is going to cost club points just like all the other ones from the story, so hopefully you've been saving up, because this one is going to be very, very strong for Trackblazer. And so this card is going to be Team Sirius. So this is almost like you've probably already heard about the Throne card and how strong the Throne card is when it comes out here in a couple months. That'll only be available for the last 2 CMs of Trackblazer. Well, this card is like a mini version of that. It's not near as strong, but it is very strong in its own right, but has some similarities to how it works. And so this is going to be our very first group card, which is, it's similar to a PAL card, but instead of dating a single person, you are basically dating the entirety of Team Sirius. And you have Goldship just chilling here. She's actually not part of the team. But she's just on the card for some reason. I mean, I guess she's Goldship. She just likes to show up and cause chaos. But with this card, you're basically going to be dating Special Week, Winning Ticket, Narita Bryan, Rice Shower, McQueen, and Silent Suzuka. And when you take a look what it has going on down here, it's very similar to your PAL cards in that with its unique effect, you're getting training effectiveness of 10 when you get it to at least 80 bond gauge. Now, it has a friendship bonus of only 15%. But even though it's only 15%, it has that similar function to the Throne card in that you can get random rainbows on it on anything that you train on. And there's different variations and ways to actually get that rainbow training. It has 20% mood effect, wit friendship recovery 2, initial friendship of 20, event recovery of 30, effectiveness of 20. Race bonus is only 5%, but for what this card gives you, that is a good sacrifice to take if you're going to be using this, especially as a free-to-play. Fan bonus 10%, skill point bonus of 1, and then an initial guts of 30. Then it comes with a bunch of random skills. Now, how these skills work is these are skills from events, just like your PAL cards. Now, what makes them kind of unique in that aspect is they're basically the equivalent of a lot of the random events you have with these support cards right here, the Special Week, Rice Shower, McQueen, and all those. You already probably can recognize one of them right off the bat. Silent Suzuka's on this card, and you can get her left-handed event. So by bringing this, you can get left-handed, just like you get with her. You have Firm Conditions. I believe this is Rice Shower's event, if you've used Rice Shower Power or the Stamina one. Lone Wolf, I believe, is Narita Bryan's. And so a lot of good stuff in here. Then you have the gold skill with it. Sadly, it's only good for long. I mean, right now we're getting ready to build for the long, but it is a pretty decent one. Best in Japan. And so this one is a target speed increase in the final corner. Now, one of the negatives with this, and this is kind of, you've seen this with like Runaway. You see this little star on it, which means this is not something that you can get a spark for. So there's no white version. There's no inherit for it. It is, you use this card and you can get it, else you can't get it in any other way. And so you have that. And then, of course, corner recovery. And so this is actually going to be an easy access to corner recovery with how the events work here. Now there's a video here I'm going to kind of take a look at. We're going to jump around from a content creator that doesn't look to be doing content creation anymore. They stopped about 7 months ago, but they have a lot of content on Umamusume up through 7 months ago on the JP version. And so they had this video to kind of cover the card. It has a lot of images from its use in JP that we're going to take a look at. And so when I say that it's dating all of those Umas, you have the image here. When you eventually unlock it and unlock the dating, normally if like Rico or Tazuna, you would see just them and you'd have their 5 events. On this one, instead, you need to date all 6 of them, and then after you date all 6 of them, you get a final date here at the bottom, and this final date here will guarantee you a rainbow training on the next turn. And then each of these events have different things that they give out to you. And so that's these events right down here. So you have the McQueen event, gives you like energy, stamina, guts, wisdom, risky business, and some bond. You have the Rice Shower event, target in sight, energy, skill points. Winning ticket gives some energy, mood, power. The Rita Bryan will give you speed, skill points, and also it can heal, practice, pour. So this is one of the things, you have a lot of options because you can do any of these events at any time once you unlock the dates. Silent Suzuka, you lose some energy, but you get speed, power, skill points, and some bond. And then on the very final one, after you've dated all of them, you'll get some big energy, speed, stamina, power. You'll get that best in Japan. And then you'll get the Pure Passion Team Cyrus. And this is basically a skill that lets you get her as a rainbow on anything that she lands on. So if she lands on something, she's automatically a rainbow with it. That's a similar feature that Throne will have. Throne will be a lot better with it. But that is one of the ways that you're going to be able to get this Pure Passion for that guaranteed rainbow. And then, of course, you have all the random events here that can give those other skills and a lot of random stats, all littered throughout it. And so really, really good there. Then you have the special events that'll happen throughout. And the big one right here, and this is why I think this card will actually be fairly strong with Christmas Ogre Cap, for example, as being an easy way to get access to corner recovery, which will be a very strong one for getting your 3 heals or 4, like on the ones where she has a very consistent 4th one, like Agnes Tachyon's. Corner recovery is a very important one to pick up. You're guaranteed to get this on the first New Year's. And so, bam, right there. Christmas Ogre Cap got corner recovery. She has Agnes Tachyon's heal inherit. She has her own built-in 777s. And then you're going to run her as a pace chaser. You have hydrate. You have literally everything you need for her in this card by itself. And so really strong there. Now, looking a little bit more on some of the other details of this card here. Like I'd already mentioned, she kind of had this part with the dates. You kind of want to situationally use these depending on the needs at the time, whether you need more energy, you need more stats, whatever you need at the time, use them. You have a lot of flexibility. It's not like Rico or Tizuna where you have to go through the order to get specific events. You can do them in any order you want outside of the last one that requires you to have dated all of them. Let's see, it was the other part here. And then you have that, the last event. And let's see. Now, what the rainbows look like is it will look like this when you see it on your bar here. Even though it is all of the Umas in one, it does have a special week on it. But this is what it basically will look like when you're popping the rainbows. Now, like I had mentioned, there's more than one way to get the rainbows. So one is they will randomly show up. So you'll randomly get it sometimes with them, just randomly. You'll go into that passion mode. The other time is when you first go on that first date with them. So when you basically unlock the dating, you're guaranteed a rainbow out of them. And then when you do the final one, it guarantees a rainbow. And that'll be a timing thing. You have a lot of control over it. That's something you basically can pop and use like within the summer to get a big rainbow hit with her, hopefully sitting on top of some other cards. And so it can be very, very strong there. And as like someone mentioned, it does have Gold Ship in it, but she is not a member of the team and is not included in any of the events or anything. Now, that's actually a good thing to a certain extent. One very positive is, well, there's a big negative to it that doesn't impact Gold Ship, and that is you cannot use this card with any of the Umas that are included in this. It's basically a multiple card Uma together. So if I look here, she actually had a little chart that showed it. So you cannot use this support card with any of the Umas. You can't use it with Special Week, Silent Suzuka, Winning Ticket, and Rita Bryan, Rice Shower, McQueen, or any of their equivalent cards. Realistically, the only 2 that I really see any use at this point, or maybe 3 at this point, would be probably getting your concentration from Silent Suzuka Stamina. I know some people really like or still using the speed Special Week, although if you've been playing since this card came out, you should have a lot better cards to use at this point, so I don't think this should be getting used anymore at that. And then I liked Rita Bryan's Stamina as a bar over Beeline Burst. Those are the only ones that really, to me, are big impacts. Maybe some of the speed Silent Suzukas. The Winning Ticket ones all suck. I mean, Everything else here, you should hopefully just not be using at this point. But that is one of the drawbacks. You can't use it on any of these Umas or their cards. And that's pretty much all there is to it. At the very end, the guaranteed stats that you get off this card is a speed of 80, 44 stamina, 74 power, 48 guts, 18 intelligence. So a lot of stuff that you're getting off of it. A lot of energy recovery, a lot of skill points. And like the maximum you can get, there was a post here on Reddit that someone put with the maximum, kind of comparing it out to the Rico card. Rico gives, if you get through all of her events and everything, 13 speed, 156 stamina, 6 power, 88 guts. While this card will give 140 speed, 116 stamina, 81 power, 81 guts, and 33 wit, with 6 energy restores that you have control over. Rico, you have to go through her chains. 2 max energy boosts and 1 energy down. That's the Silent Suzuka one with stats. But this also gives you rainbows and other little things. So this one, to me, if you're using Rico, I would probably replace my Rico with this card. Now, she can pair with Rico, of course. But I would just use this one by itself and just completely replace her. So a very strong card. Kind of gives you a taste of what Throne will be. Throne's a lot stronger. But a very good free-to-play card. That will potentially help you kind of finish off your Umas for this long one, especially since it does have a skill that only applies to long. This card will fall off in future scenarios, as you can't use it in scenarios as well where one of these Umas are a link match. So you gotta think this card is not, I think, usable in Unity Cup. It's not going to be usable in Grand Live, and plus it's going to get power crept anyway going into the future ones. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Free card coming up. Hopefully you've saved up some club points for it. Will be a very strong. You basically can max it out right off the bat through that and just start using it. And yeah, that'll be it for now on this card. And if you like my content, if you could like, comment, subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.